Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring hashtag Transformation Tuesday and beauty from the inside out. We have a very special beauty influencer and life lover with us today, Katarina Van Derham. Thank you for being here, gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you guys
your
for
whole
having
brand,
me.
the whole thing, all your products, everything you match. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I don't pretend to be someone else. This is who I am. I've always loved flowers and glamorous lifestyle. And you know, you come to my house, it has like a bunch of these metal arches with climbing roses on them, and you look at my furniture, it's all in Victorian, you know, style, and it's full of color.
It's so important to surround yourself with beauty. I'm wondering, what does beauty mean to you? How would you define beauty?
You know, I loved what you said earlier. It really starts from within, and I don't want to sound cliche, but it's about feeling good, right? Whatever it is, because there's no universal truth. We know that. So I think everyone needs to do whatever makes them feel good and whatever makes them feel beautiful. If you like to wear fake lashes, do it. You know, nobody should judge you for it. If you like to be completely plain and natural and that makes you happy, be that. You know, you want to wear yoga pants around town, do that. Like anything. Because if you feel good, you feel beautiful, and then you are less judgmental towards others. Then you're less critical. You don't bully people. Mm-hmm. So I think beauty is very important, and I don't think people should always underestimate the outer beauty either. Because if you can match your outer beauty with your inner beauty, bingo, that's a win-win. I don't agree with just looking beautiful on the inside. That's the only thing that matters. I think it's very important to match the outer and inner beauty. And that's gonna make you really happy.
Were you always embracing such a glamorous lifestyle from a young age?
Yeah, always.
As a child, you were
always. You know what? As a child, I loved going to castles and, you know, just loved the history of, you know, centuries and centuries ago, and everything that came with that, the gardens, the beautiful trees and flowers and nature in general.
Where did you spend your childhood?
I grew up in Slovakia. It was Czechoslovakia back then, and I came to the US when I was 22. So 22 years of my life I spent there, and 24 now here.
But you have a really incredible mindset, and you spoke earlier when we were checking in, and you said it's all, you know, a projection basically of our mind. So where did you learn this? Did you have a mentor? Was your family in this mindset?
You know what? I remember growing up back home and felt like I don't relate to those people there. Everybody was very different, lots of negativity and judgment. And when I was watching the American shows, I'm like, damn, like life there looks so much more fun and more glamorous. And I felt people are really enjoying themselves, and it just looks so different. And I decided to come to America at some point because I wanted to see if it's really true what I see on TV. And that's the first thing people always ask me, like, is America really that great? I'm like, it's even better. It was really even better, at least here in California. So, you know, it wasn't easy to grow up there in some sense because lots of judgment. You know, people were still really closing from probably the World War II, you know, post-war environment, and they were kind of on the survival mode. You know, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so it was very different, socialism, communism, you know. So once in the 90s, the gates opened up to the world and we saw what's out there, it was super exciting, super exciting. And I have a show called The 90s Girl, and it's about me immigrating to the United States, excuse me, in the 90s, because everything became all of a sudden so alive and colorful and beautiful. So I like to kind of get my story out about that part of my life.
When you came to the States, did you come right to Los Angeles?
Yes, yes. I wanted to go wherever the never-ending summer is.
So what it looked like, you show up, you have $500 in your wallet, you're 22 years ago.
Yeah.
So how did you make it happen in Hollywood?
Oh boy, that's a story. Came here with nothing, started literally from the floor, cleaning homes, passing out flyers. For the first year, I was cleaning homes, which I'm very grateful for because I learned so much about the American culture. I was able to study American households and talk to people and really learn how Americans think and where is that secret to success, you know? So I'm very grateful for that experience, and that led to me being a waitress and a hostess in the restaurant and, you know, a bunch of these selling ice cream jobs till I moved up, went to Santa Monica College, got, you know, a degree in graphic design, started working for a real estate photographer. My work was published on 2 covers of Architectural Digest, you know, and just kept climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. But my passion's been always in beauty and makeup and just feeling beautiful because I think it's very important.
Speaking of, let's see those earrings. Those are to die for.
Yeah, those are from Linda's Dream. It's an Italian
gorgeous.
designer. I like to wear unique stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So gorgeous.
So what you mentioned a little earlier that you're sort of discovering the secret to success. For you, what is that secret?
It's the journey, right? Success is not a destination. I think it's the journey, and I always check in with myself every now and then. Am I being happy? Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Whatever it is. Of course, we always wish to have more money. We always wish to have a bigger house. We always wish to have more experiences. But, am I really enjoying the people around me? Because your surrounding is basically a reflection of who you are at that moment, right? And I'm happy. I always look and I'm like, yeah, I like this place. I like where I am. So my goal has always been to look back and have no regrets. And I think you can only do it if you make sure that every moment you're living is satisfying to you and is making you happy. So even one day you look back, oh, I wish I didn't do that because, gosh, that was horrible. But in that moment, as long as it felt right, because we change as we get older, right? As long as it felt right in that moment when I was doing whatever I was doing, then it's good. Then you're gonna sum it up like, yeah, I've had a good life.
Right. So diving just a little bit deeper, from a woman's perspective, you're obviously, you're a public figure, celebrity, if you will, and we've got this Me Too movement and Time's Up. How do you feel, how do women balance, in your opinion, how do they balance being able to still stay beautiful, being able to wear makeup, all this stuff, and yet be, going into the workplace and having men desiring them? But how do you balance that? How do you balance that in Hollywood?
I think sometimes there has to be a sense of just taking things lightly and with humor. There's a certain fine line, right? So if somebody's flirting with me, maybe I'll flirt back, no big deal, because it's fun, right? It doesn't mean necessarily it's gonna go anywhere. It's just like we're men and women and we wanna enjoy our experiences. So, there's the fine line and it depends who it's coming from. Now, obviously you can end up in a situation where it's really awful, which I've personally never been in. And I think it's because I always try to keep myself also very classy, very straight up. I didn't allow men to get too close to me. And you just gotta be strong. And I always wanted to be like a man in a sense. And I felt like I kept it up pretty well throughout my years in Hollywood. And, I look back and yeah, there were some tries from men, but nothing that would scar me, nothing that would, jeopardize my career. Yes, I stepped out of acting a little bit because the roles I was getting offered were always, stripper or, something like that. And I wasn't willing to play those roles in movies. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna act for now. I'll wait till I hit 50. Then I'll revisit my acting career and then I'll play some, 50-plus-year-old woman who's struggling through some other challenges in life.
But you have a new movie coming out with
Yes.
Snoop Dogg. Unbelievable. The trailer was released yesterday. What can you tell us about it?
Yes, it's a sci-fi parody, and it was exactly the time I was trying to get out of the industry a few years ago. And I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on my business, building the brand. Acting is on a hanger, on hold. And, I got a call from a casting director and he said, this producer is looking for you. Like, he saw you in some magazine. He really wants you for this part. But I'm like, no, I'm not going. I'm done. No, you need to come. You need to come. I went to the casting, pressure's on, high expectations. I felt like I didn't do well at the casting, so never heard from him back. After a year, the casting director calls me again, Katarina. They want to see you again because the movie was on hold for whatever reason and, they want to see you back. And I'm just like, no, I'm not putting myself through that again. To the point where the casting director would be just literally singing on my, voicemail, just Katarina, Katarina. He would be singing just so I get back to him. So I did. And he's like, look, you pretty much got it if you just show up.
Wow.
So I showed up and they were really looking for that voluptuous European type of beauty, kind of like Ursula Andrews in Dr. No, James Bond movie, some type like that, and they really liked me. So got the part. It's a spoof, it's a comedy. I love doing comedy. I still have to be a little sexy because I'm running around in white bikini in the whole movie, but at least it's a comedy and it's funny. So I agreed to do it because it was a great experience and I'm very proud of it. And they added Snoop actually just a few months ago. After the movie was done, they didn't feel like it has that thing yet, and they decided to approach Snoop Dogg, and he said yes because he's a big fan of Star Trek, and this is kind of like a parody of Star Trek.
Live long and prosper, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the movie, I think, came out really good. Nichelle Nichols in it, Tim Russ, and all these Star Trek, over 40 Star Trek actors, all from the original series from the 60s up till the latest. And I think it's a great movie. Everyone should go see it. If you like Spaceballs or Plane, those type of movies, you're gonna, classic. You're gonna laugh, for sure.
How fun.
From sci-fi to your own beauty line, you've got some incredible new lashes. I'm so excited because they're cruelty-free, completely vegan.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
So I launched Cat Lash a few years ago just for my clients. I used to do makeup in Hollywood industry, and I learned what women like, what they don't like, what looks good on camera, what doesn't, and especially men, the feedback from men when they say, oh my gosh, there's something you did to my wife's eyes, like we just had sex till 9 in the morning, and I never like her wearing makeup or
I'll
anything
take
like
more
that.
of these lashes with me.
So I learned what men kind of approve when it comes to makeup and lashes, and I created a small line just for my clients. I wasn't going big with that yet. It's before lashes became such a trend. And then, I kind of relaunched it this year because lashes became popular. And what really bothers me is that when many women are getting eye infection from the eyelash extensions, because I think anything permanent attached to your body that's not supposed to be there is going to cause some issues. For example, when we used to put the permanent extensions in hair extensions, they would create lots of fungus in the areas where they're sewn to your hair because it's hard to rinse off the soap. The same with lashes. You keep them on, they're not supposed to be there. You can't wash them properly because they actually tell you not to wash it because you don't want them to come out. So I think it's just natural that you get all this buildup. So I believe that you should always attach things temporarily to you if you want to be glamorous and fabulous, and that applies to lashes. And the whole trend of mink lashes bothers me because they literally skin minks alive just for lashes, and it's terrible. And I am so strongly against animal cruelty and just overall just fur and fox and horsehair lashes, and I don't know, all these trends that are around is like awful. No wonder women are getting eye infections, right? So human hair, 100%, basic styles that I think every woman should have. It's 5 basic styles from morning to night, dramatic eye, smoky eye, whatever it is that you want to create. And then we have 2 sets of individuals, medium and longer. If you want to just add a little more oomph to your lashes like I have right now, you just kind of add few individuals to either extend or make them fuller to any style that you have. So PETA approved, cruelty-free human hair. And
Well, you look so beautiful. Your makeup and I mean,
Thank
you just
you.
like you have it going on for sure. So
Thank you.
We're
We're
so
gonna be
excited
looking to
about
everything.
this too.
Yeah. And this is something I've been looking for on the market for the longest time, and I just don't find anything like that. I find all the packaging these days being so just basic and, plastic and snappy
Boring.
and boring. And I have so much makeup. And I think when you wake up in the morning and you do your makeup, it's so important how you start your day, how you guys were saying this morning. And you need to surround yourself with things that uplift you, just like this mug, right? Look at those colors are like happy and just uplift your mood right away.
right.
And I think the same goes with your interior design. The same goes for your makeup and what you wear. I want people, when they look at me, to feel good and like, oh yeah, hi, So I designed this keepsake box because I don't like any trash and empties and stuff. And it holds 4 liquid, long-lasting lipsticks. There's a little card that goes with it. And the 4 colors that are, as I said, velvety, long-lasting liquid lipsticks are in a very neutral color, which is called Fashionizer. It goes with anything.
they're great colors.
Yeah, it doesn't
As
matter.
a woman, those are all the basics.
Yeah.
Those are the basics.
Then you have little
Yep.
pink. You need the pink. You need a little coral when you go on a vacation, and then you need, and then you need your evening color instead of red, because sometimes red can be aging a
Yeah.
little bit to women.
I'm not a big red
So if you have
fan.
your cocktail dress, this color is great. And the way the box is that when you buy it, you just remove the center piece, and you're left with a quote: "Classy and fabulous, always be glamorous." And
Love
it's a
and
little
light.
reminder, Love and Light, Katarina Van Derham, and it's a keepsake box. So you can put your makeup, passport, whatever, documents, anything you want. and put it on your vanity and just keep it there, and hopefully it will give you the uplifting energy that I put into it for you. So,
Oh.
you know,
You
I want the
truly-
box just for the quote. I mean, it's such a quote, so.
yeah.
You truly embody beauty from the inside out.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much for everything you share with us on social media, for being here with us this morning. Tell us where people can find your product.
Yeah, the best thing is to follow my Instagram, K Van Derham Beauty, or my personal Katarina Van Derham, because sometimes we change links and send to some special deals, everyone. But yeah, you can shop on shop.vivaglammagazine.com or glamourgarden.com. But like I said, the best way is to follow up the social media, and you know we might send you somewhere else where we have a special deal.
And if you're in Los Angeles, there is a pop-up coming up.
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. April 28th, the Royals Paris on Cannon Drive. Please come. Let's play. I'll put lashes on you. We'll put some lipsticks on. We'll take a bunch of pictures and selfies, and let's just play with makeup. So April 28th, I would love to invite all of you. Please come by, and I hope to see you there.
Right. Thank you so much for being you, for
Thank you.
really
Thank
just
you.
embodying the feminine beauty goddess that you really are. It's
Thank
really
you.
inspirational. Thank you for all your time and all the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Mwah.
Yep. So we'll be right back, you guys. Excited to dive into some more Transformation Tuesday. Stay tuned.